Okay, now let us talk about, or let us move on to the behavioral aspect and the social structure of chimps. Um, Chimpanzees live in a fission and fusion community. Well, what is that? Like, what is fission and fusion? So fission and fusion communities are basically social groups that exhibit dynamic changes in their size and composition. So they split, which is fission, into smaller subgroups for certain activities, and then again merge together, which is again fusion, at other times. So a pan community may contain several dozens of individuals, often ranging from like 20 to 100, but it rarely travels as one cohesive group. Instead, individuals split into subgroups that change composition from one day to the next day, and this flexibility kind of helps chimps cope with fluctuating food resources and social dynamics in general. Now, the social structure is again sex biased, which with males being philopatric. That means that males remain in their natal community, whereas most females disperse to the neighboring groups at adolescence. But why don't males move out? In felids, males move out and females stay. Why not in hominids? Well, male philopatry fosters kind of strong male-male bonds, which while female dispersal kind of reduces in breeding. Within communities, again, males form coalitions as well, and they patrol the territory boundaries together after doing so. Whereas each, dispersing female must kind of negotiate their entry into a new group. And it is very different from how felids function. But then again, group felid dynamic is different from solitary felid dynamic, and we can have another episode related to this. But then again, for chimps, this is the case. Males are philopatric, whereas females are dispersing. The typical mating system again is therefore again promiscuous, because the social structure, it doesn't how they function, their behavior doesn't permit what's the word for monogamous? Yeah, so they cannot be monogamous, so they are promiscuous. That is, one male may mate with others females, and vice versa, which again results in paternity often being uncertain, which is kind of expected, which then again further shapes the social interactions. So now let's talk about the dominance hierarchies, like that exist for chimps. Both male and female chimps form dominance ranking, though male hierarchies tend to be kind of overt. Adult males compete very fiercely for status, and the most dominant males, i.e. the alpha male, gain priority access to resource, mating opportunities, and the support of allies. Males usually groom each other and kind of form alliances, and by groom what I mean is that they take the ticks off each other's body and all that stuff. So I'll just put up a video for you here. That's grooming. Okay, where was that? Yeah, grooming. So, like in other words, when they form these alliances, they can basically be termed as coalitions, and they use this coalition to challenge rivals and to defend territory. Observation studies report that male chimpanzees frequently use cooperation, such as male grooming each other extensively and forming temporary collisions as well, that enhance their dominance rank or assist in group defense. In fact, these coalitions can help an ambitious male even overtake an alpha or guard his position against other challengers. So you can see how it is so fascinating how this groups of chimpanzees, how the pan genus in general is so similar in how they behave compared to us humans. Not same, we are worse. In my opinion, we are worse. Okay, jokes aside. However, it needs to be noted that after these conflicts, unlike us, males often reconcile with their allies. In fact, male diet exhibit higher rates of post-conflict reconciliation than females. Now, this really makes me revere on how similar chimps are to us, and how similar we are to chimps. Coming to females, female dominance is more subtle. They are unlike the males. They don't overtly show that one is dominant to other. While again, like some long-term communities exhibit clear ranking females, often the oldest or the largest is the more dominant one. Dominance interaction among females are less frequent and harder to observe. Chimpanzee researchers note that females do not overtly vie for status, as unlike males. However, high-ranking females often enjoy privileges, such as feeding priority and better mating prospects. That can again overall affect the reproductive success. For example, dominant males in Gombe showed more stable body weight and higher offspring survival than subordinate females. In essence, female rank matters. Though female chimps do not usually fight openly. Top-ranking females tend to have better access to food and to transmit advantages to their infants. So that again has kind of an evolutionary evolutionary benefit to it.